guys, for this video I'll be reviewing the match between Arsenal and Manchester City. Okay, so it's 5 AM Aussie time, and I know a lot of Arsenal supporters in the first half probably would have gone to bed. Aussie fans, or maybe just around the world, they just would have turned off the TV and just forgotten about the game because of how the first half went. Red card basically straight, in the first 5 minutes I think it was. Koscielny was man-hugging or bro-hugging Dzeko. I don't know what he was doing, but I didn't even know what happened, and Edin gave a red, and I saw the replay and I don't know, people were saying that it deserved to be red because it denied Dzeko a goal-scoring chance, but I figured that common sense would say that, well, he's going to get the penalty anyway, that's a goal-scoring chance, so the chance that he missed is being replaced with the penalty, so that's a good enough result from what happened. The red card, though, ruined the whole game for everyone, for even Manchester City supporters, just to have a good competitive game like we saw with Liverpool and Man United. The second half particularly was very good and competitive, and Liverpool came back and almost pinched a draw. And we could have done that with 11 men. And we saw when City went down to 10 men as well, and they joined us after Kompany got a red, a controversial red. I wasn't too sure on it. I thought, it looked bad, but when they showed it a few times from different angles, it looked okay, but I think he had 2 feet off the ground, so that's why he got the red. And there were a few City players that probably deserved to get a few red cards anyway, because they were just going all out. They were taking Wilshere's legs, every chance they got, and I was really annoyed that Edin just ignored a lot of the calls, and every time an Arsenal player did the exact same thing, just, yellow card, yellow card. Even though at the end of the day, Man City, they got more cards than Arsenal. But we had to deal with having 10 men for basically 80 minutes or 76 minutes or something. And I thought that in the first half we were really poor, and I expected a better response, especially after Koscielny, with a bit of luck, saved the Dzeko penalty. And I thought, okay, still 0-0, we could pinch a goal from a set piece or get a penalty ourselves and maybe hold on to win, a memorable win. But it wasn't to be. Milner scored, and then straight after that Dzeko scored. I was defending, it was pretty all over the place as you expect with 10 men, but it wasn't all to do with 10 men, it was up here, and it was just tactics, and you could see at half time when we came out. If we played like that in the first half, I would have been really confident that we could have pinched a win or just held on for a draw, because in that second half we were very good. Arsenal fans, you've got to admit, in that second half we did fight, and we didn't give up, and we created just as many chances in the second half as City did. City were relatively poor for the second half. And, for patches of the first half, the last 10 minutes, we evened it out, I thought, in the first half. So if you think about it, for 30 minutes of the whole match, City absolutely dominated us, which is expected, and the fact that we didn't look like we tired too much towards the end was a good sign, because we all saw how Newcastle went with 11 men after they, had a rough few weeks, playing a lot of games, and we had a rest, and we absolutely ripped them apart. But City didn't do that to us. And comment below, tell me what you thought of the Koscielny penalty, particularly the Kompany one as well if you want, but the Koscielny one, I don't know what he was thinking. Do you think it was a red? I personally didn't think it was a red. I thought the penalty was a good enough, result from what happened. That was it, And they did miss it, but they got the penalty. That was the goal-scoring chance, and if they go 1-0 up, that's a good enough result. They're ahead from it. You don't need a red card there. And I thought the Kompany thing was probably worse than the Koscielny one. He was hugging him. He did prevent a goal-scoring chance, but the Kompany one, if he did actually get a bit closer to Wilshere, he probably could have broken his leg or something. Koscielny didn't harm Dzeko in any way. But I know that's not the rules, and a lot of you are going to say, well, he just prevented a goal-scoring chance and that's it. But I'll ignore that. We lost 2-0, there you go, that's the score obviously. And now we're 21 points off Man U, who are, ahead, and City, I think, have just drawn it back to 7 points. So they're still in the title race. We have Chelsea next, I think, but I think between that we have Swansea at the Emirates again, the replay of the FA Cup, so hopefully we play, we win that, we stay in the FA Cup, then We played Chelsea, which is another big game, and I think it's West Ham and Liverpool, or Liverpool-West Ham. So a big few games coming up. I think they said 7 games in 21 days. That's a shitload of games. We're going to miss Koscielny, so Mertesacker's going to obviously start. The changes we made, Chamberlain had to come off for Mertesacker, so I was annoyed about that because I thought the best way to win this game is to just go all out, but then you run the risk of absolutely getting ripped apart down the other end. And we looked like we were going to get ripped apart, but Szczesny had a few really good saves. Wilshere off the goal line. At times we were pretty disciplined. We defended pretty well with 10 men, I thought, in the second half anyway. And it's disappointing that we just... Yeah, you look forward, like, I don't know about some of you Arsenal supporters, but you look forward to these big games for the whole week leading up, and then within 10 minutes that's just absolutely shattered, and then you know that it's going to be a struggle and the game's just going to possibly get away from you, and it did in 30 minutes, and a whole week of excitement is just crushed within 30 minutes of a game. And that was really disappointing, but if we can play like we did with 11 men, you know, as we do with 10 men in the second half, against Swansea, I think that we can beat them. And I thought Walcott was alright. He nearly scored at the end there as well. Probably should have, but Lescott was on the goal line. And yeah, we did what we could in the second half. Wilshere was absolutely amazing. He just did everything for us. If we could only clone him and just put him everywhere, that'd just be it. He could be the goalkeeper, defender, left back, right back, striker, who cares? Just put him everywhere. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. I'm disappointed, but I was happy with the second half. Red cards were both a bit iffy. Depends on, you know, where you look at it. There are a few grey areas, obviously, so someone's going to say this, someone's going to say that, but give me your opinion. Just comment below. I'll respond to all comments. Please like the video below. It really does help me out a lot. And subscribe above for all of my Arsenal reviews for the rest of the year. Check out my other ones if you want, my previous reviews. And I've got a cool FIFA 13 Arsenal Career Mode series going on. I think I'm up to episode 9 now. So go back to episode 1, check them all out, comment, like them, and yeah, that's it from me, guys. Have a good week.